Oh, hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian, I am doing a signed book haul. So in the past couple of months, I have been going to a lot of book signings, so I've just been like accumulating a whole bunch of signed books. So let's just get into like a few of the cool ones I've picked up recently. First off, I have The Darkest Star by Jennifer Armentrout. I have been a Jennifer Armentrout fan for like so long. This is kind of a spin-off slash continuation of the Lux series. In the Lux series, there are aliens who live among us. And, sorry, spoiler for the last bit of the series, they have invaded. And so the world is a very different place now because there was a bit of a little war going on between the Luxan and humans. So this is the world after that. This follows Luke, who we were introduced to in the Lux series, and he was like 13, 14 in it, and now he's like grown up, because I'm pretty sure this is new adult. There's gonna be fucking in it. And it's Luke's adventure, and Luke is kind of like a smart-ass like kid, and like I was all about seeing him as a grown-up, so I am so looking forward to reading this. Also, side note, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this book as well because I ended up with 2 signed copies, so hey, watch out for that on my Instagram. I also got A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahira Mafi. This is her first contemporary work, and it involves a teen who is coming of age in the years directly after 9/11, and she is a Muslim American teen, so that whole climate must have been difficult. I was super interested in seeing how she treats a contemporary story because I've only read her like sci-fi stuff, so this should be interesting. I want to see how she handles the subject because I feel like something very close to her heart. It's nearly autobiographical, it is fictional, but like I feel like a lot of this is coming from a place that she knows very well, so I'm looking forward to this. I picked up both Haven and Rafe by Rebecca Weatherspoon. Lauren from the Novel Lush recommended Rafe to me, and then I was like, oh my gosh, she's doing a signing! She's like, no! And I was like, yeah! So I sent her a book too, so we both have signed copies now. But this one is about like a sexy male nanny, and I was like, I'm down. Why not? Let's flip that nanny like trope on its head. And this one is from a series called Beards in Bondage, so I assume it's gonna be like a beardy mountain man who's into bondage in the forest, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, these seem fun. I've heard good things about Rafe, so I'm interested. I also picked up Stripped by Zoe Castile, aka Zoraida Cordova. Zoraida Cordova writes the Labyrinth Lost series, and then she uses Zoe Castile to write her smutty books. The basic gist of the story is like Magic Mike fan fiction. It's about a male stripper who falls in love. So I'm really interested in it. I'm down. I've never seen Magic Mike because, like I've said in other videos, I am a monster who lives under a rock and I don't ever watch TV or movies for some reason. But I know what Magic Mike is. I'm not like completely out of touch with reality, so I want to read this. I think it'll be fun. I also picked up Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. Christina Lauren are like my girls. They never do me wrong. They write such fun rom-coms. This one I'm sure is also going to be hilarious. It's about Josh and Hazel. Hazel is kind of like a hot mess, and then Josh is less of a hot mess, and then like they not date but it's like actually dating. I don't really know what this is about more than I know what the title is. So I know it's gonna be a fun rom-com, and Christina Lauren wrote it and they signed it, so it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. I also have The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. This is one of my most anticipated books of 2018. I'm so excited I have a copy. I loved The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. It was one of my favorite books of 2017, so I have such high hopes for this one. It is kind of, it's a continuation of the series, but it's following a different character, so I'm assuming Percy and Monty will make cameos in this, but it's not their story. This one we're following Felicity, who is Monty's sister, and she wants to be a doctor, and like, you know, Regency era, and women weren't allowed to do that, so I'm assuming she's gonna have some pirates in this story because there's piracy involved in the title, and I liked Felicity. She's kind of snarky and fun, so I'm all about this. I know it's gonna be great. I also went to the signing for Mirage by Samaya Dowd, and this one seems so fascinating, and the reason I wanted to pick it up mainly was because it's based in Moroccan folklore, but it's not actually set in Morocco. Like, it's set in like a fantasy world, but I don't really know a lot about Morocco and their folklore, so that kind of drew me in because it's something I haven't experienced and something new to me. And also, it just seems like a really cool story. To the best of my knowledge, it's about this girl who ends up looking like the princess, so they capture her and they keep her kind of prisoner, and they're like, hey, you're the fake princess now, you go out in public, so if people try to kill her, they're gonna kill you and not the real one. So there's that. It's something like I don't know a lot about, so I'm excited to get into something that's new to me. I actually went to this signing with Leanna from Leanna's Library, and this is Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. This is, it's fantasy, and it's about this girl who hunts Guroks, and Guroks are like witches who can control your body, so like they can like look at you and your bones will snap, or they can look at you and heal your bones. Like they have both powers, but she's always been raised to think that they're evil, and then I guess she goes on an adventure and she sees other places where they're not evil. They're like good, they help kids with scraped knees and stuff. So it's also very feminist and how women are pitted against each other in society. So I don't know, I'm interested. I know it's gonna be a lot of hard to pronounce words in it, like Gurok, like it's like GWRYACH or something. Like it's like, it has no letters in there that sound like how you pronounce it. But I'm in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I have a Sorrow, Fearsome Falling by Jessica Cluse. This is the conclusion to the Kingdom on Fire series. I love this series so much. We follow Henrietta Howell, who is a female magician, although she has to pretend to be a sorcerer instead, because there's a prophecy that she's the chosen one, but she's like totally not the chosen one, so she has to pretend. And it plays on lots of cool tropes. There's also interdimensional monsters, like roaming the countryside. So there's a lot of weird things going on in this, but it is so cool and so fun and snarky, and it's like, it's great. It's a great series. And this is the conclusion. I am so excited. I picked up this debut. It's called Ignite the Stars by Mara Milan. Basically, there's this rebel who's like terrorizing this community named Ayakoka. And this person wears this helmet with like a red feather on it, like printed on the helmet. And if you see that guy coming, that's like a master assassin and you should run. Turns out Ayakoka is like a 17-year-old girl. And then when she is caught, like this government, I guess, like sends her to like the academy for the military, for the government to like embarrass her or something, and she's like fighting back. But I'm like, ooh, Ayakoka, like that's just a cool, like that's a cool badass name, isn't it? Like Ayakoka, that's so cool. And then she's like a badass assassin, so I was like, all right, I'm in. I want to see what you're selling, Mara Milan. I'm gonna read this. Last but not least, I also went to this signing with Leanna from Leanna's Library. This is Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. Ooh, I want to read this so much. Oh, Claire Legrand is so good. Claire Legrand is an author I recently found out about. I started reading her books this year with Furyborn, which is incredible. So when I saw Saw Kill Girls was coming out, I was like, well, I need to read this like now. I said that, but then I didn't do it because I never read books right away because I'm bad at that. However, this is about this island called Sawkill, and every few years, like, a girl gets abducted and goes missing. And everyone's just like, well, that's too bad. And no one really does anything about it until you get to these three girls who are now, they're all three different girls, and they kind of all have to come together to defeat this monster who's like, you know, kind of an allegory for the patriarchy. So it's like girls coming together and fighting for each other and defeating the patriarchy, but with monsters. I'm in. I trust Claire Legrand. She's gonna write something dope. Ooh. Los Angeles is a great place for book signings. There's so many all the time, like all the time. So I was very fortunate I got all these books signed, and I'm excited to read them all. I never get to them right away, but I will someday get to them. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these books, which ones are your favorites, which ones are your least favorites, which ones am I a monster that I haven't read yet. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!